with any with a triple threat, you have to really make sure you are on your toes because you don't have just one opponent. I have two women that I have to keep my eye on. So yes, training is just I'm stepping it up a notch. I am studying my opponents.
Women's Wrestling Talk, the number one women's wrestling show on the planet.
Welcome to Women's Wrestling Talk, the number one women's wrestling show on the planet. It's me, one half of your Dynamite dolls, honorable Dynamite hotties. We have a lot of names. Al, Alicia, whatever you want to call me. But I have a very special guest today, the queen of aerobic style herself, Delilah Doom.
Hi. Thank you so much for having me. I'm very excited.
Yes, we're so excited to have you on. We were chatting a little bit before. It's fine. We got them. Oh, I see a little friend behind. Like we were chatting before. Little cats.
So, yes, Mr. Feeney over there.
Amazing. 10 out of 10 name. How are you doing today?
I'm great. I'm doing wonderful. I just got back from training a little while ago, just getting ready for my big matches that are coming up at the end of the month.
Oh, you are going to be part of a huge week for wrestling, kicking it off for GCW's huge collective with Santino brothers. How excited are you? This is huge for Southern California wrestling to do this. As a California girl, I get it. So I'm excited. What are your thoughts heading into this week?
I am just beyond excited. I'm excited just for Santino's in general. We're gonna have so many eyes on us. Santino's has been kicking ass. Can I say that?
Yeah, you're good. You're good.
And now to finally be on such a grand stage as the collective and to be the kickoff show to sort of set the bar for the whole weekend. It's amazing, and I'm so excited and blessed to just be a part of it. I'm so happy and I'm thrilled.
Yeah, thrilled. You have a tall task ahead of you. You're defending your inner city championship against some, two other ladies you're very familiar with, Heather Monroe and Johnny Robbie. Like, you have history with Heather Monroe. You have a lot going in. How are you feeling? Are you upping the training for this?
With with a triple threat, you have to really make sure you are on your toes because you don't have just one opponent. I have two women that I have to keep my eye on. So yes, training is just I'm stepping it up a notch. I am studying my opponents. Heather and we've wrestled before. She defeated me for the Sabotage Champion a couple years ago. So there's some bad blood there. But she's a Santino's alumni, and so I'm really excited for her to be a part, to come, fly back out to California and to be a part of this huge show for Santino's. And Johnny has just been making waves in SoCal and in the wrestling scene in general. So I'm really excited that the three of us we're going to have this huge stage, and I know all of us are going to bring our best. So I know that I need to be at my best.
Absolutely, yes. And it will be huge. California Love is the show. If you don't know, if you're heading to WrestleMania week, which I'm jealous about, I will not be there. Unfortunately, I'm very sad. But if you are going to do WrestleMania weekend, hit up that Santino Bros show. So many talented wrestlers have come out of there. I mean, including yourself and, like you said, Heather Monroe. Like, it's such a cool spotlight that GCW is giving you this platform. So it's very exciting.
I'm stoked. March 30th, everybody. If you can't be there live, you can catch it on Fight TV, 11 a.m.
Yeah. It's an early one, but
it's an early one. But hey, we'll get your day started. We'll get those pulses up for you. You'll be feeling amazing afterwards. You'll be ready to go the whole weekend.
Pace yourself. It's a long weekend. Is this your first Mania weekend, or like
this is my second? Okay. I went to New Orleans when WrestleMania was in Louisiana was it New Orleans,
Gotcha.
Louisiana? Yes. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Geography. So yes, so I was there
Public
for
school.
Shimmer. And that was
Okay.
an awesome thing. But the fact now that WrestleMania is coming to where I reside is it's I'm excited just because I'm going to be here regardless. So I get to kind of experience things a little bit differently than, if you're flying out and going to a spot that you don't live at. So I'm just excited for everybody to come out and maybe check out some promotions they've never heard of or seen before. Like you said earlier, it's a big weekend, big week for just SoCal wrestling in general. It's awesome.
Yeah, I'm excited because I think you've wrestled plenty of states and areas. You've been all over the country, but mostly like Texas and California, right? So
Yeah.
I feel like us out here we get kind of slept on California and the West Coast. So WrestleMania weekend's gonna be perfect for people to be like, this is what they could do out here. And I'm excited for this triple threat. Do you like an early show? Like, are you like an 11 a.m.?
I don't know. So when we do Shimmer always starts early. So call time would be like at 9 or 10 a.m. So it's definitely a change. But I definitely think I'm more of a morning person. I would love like a matinee show, where the show's over by like 6 or 7. That's great. So
that sounds great.
Espresso, I'm good to go. Bed early with my cats,
Listen, honestly, I'm in my 30s now. That sounds great. I want to hit a wrestling show, be out by 7, have a good dinner, and then I'm at home.
Sounds amazing.
Sounds great. Hang out with the cats.
Early bedtime.
Sounds great. We would be remiss if we didn't talk about the entire 80s-ness of this all. I am obsessed with your look. I also love the 80s. So, yes, I was there like, do you want to talk to Delilah? And I was like, absolutely, this is my jam. I love all aspects of 80s and pop culture. I'm more of like a hair metal girl.
Okay.
Which you can't tell. But the neons, the colors, I love it. So what is it that draws you to it? Because it's great. I love everything about your look.
So it's just I love the 80s. I love the pop culture, the fashion, the big hair, the retro toys, all that. But when I started training, when I was training to become a wrestler, I used to wear leg warmers just because that was part of my look. I used to always wear leg warmers.
That was training a thing for a minute.
I love the leg warmers just in my normal life. And someone was just like, "Oh, you should do like an 80s gimmick," and I was like, that makes so much sense because my fashion is very, I don't know, I love bright colors. I things that don't match or it just made sense. It just feels like me. And then the aerobics to add in there. I love fitness and I really do love Richard Simmons. He is an idol of mine. Grew up watching him.
That. Who doesn't love Richard Simmons?
Right? So to just kind of come, put everything together and find myself in this wrestling world of who am I as Delilah Doom. It's been a great adventure and I just fit with the 80s. I don't know. I just feel it in my soul.
Yeah.
I just feel it in my soul.
Yeah, it seems like a great time. I mean, I have a few months in the 80s, but it was a great. Did you ever watch those I Love the 80s shows on VH1 back in the day?
I love the 80s.
Yes.
Yes. So good.
Those are amazing. They should bring that back, and I feel like you would be on it. Absolutely.
I love that. I like watching those shows just to get, it kind of encompasses all the entire decade, so you can learn a lot. And for me, I'm always trying to learn and add more things to my depth of character. So that show is great. If you guys have never seen I Love the 80s or even I Love the 90s, they're all good.
It's so good. The 2000s ones is it was too soon. I think now we could do the 2000s.
I feel that.
But go back. During lockdown, I actually found those on YouTube and I just binged them. And I was like, oh, this is kind of why they don't play them, because the jokes are a little much, but you know what? It was a time. It was the era.
That's a great show to binge. That's a good idea.
Yeah, do it. And they have they had 3 parts of the 80s. They had 2 parts. Just do it all.
All right. I know what I'm doing
Look it
later.
up. You're welcome.
Love it.
So yeah, obviously with your theme, like your vibe being so 80s, we have a little show here called Turnbuckle Glam where we talk about everything fashion. So who inspires Delilah Doom fashion
Ooh,
wise, character
fashion.
wise?
Dang. I would say little Richard Simmons, little Jane Fonda, mixed with Gem and the Holograms.
Perfect.
a
Perfect.
little bit of the Misfits too, you know.
Yeah, just throw it in. Well, the Doom
Yeah.
part, you got to be a little scary and intense.
But I would
yeah.
definitely say like Gem, that those cartoons, they have like the fashion that the characters
Oh my
wear.
gosh.
Amazing.
So good. Yes.
Constantly like, how can I change that drawing into like an actual outfit that I can wear?
Yeah. Because it works for a cartoon. They're not moving. They're not hitting people.
Yeah, like right now I do like I'll search, like I'll just look at a fitness and like an aerobic videos and stuff like that and just find some cool singlets or some cool styles, and I'll take that to my gear maker and just see how what he thinks, how we can turn it into an actual piece that I can wrestle in but still stay true to what I'm trying to portray from the 80s.
It's working. I love it. I love everything. I love the jackets because, like I said, I also like love the 80s and that whole vibe. So I'm like, that's cute. I want to wear that every day. There's a TikToker. There's a TikToker who like dresses like she's like says she lives like the 80s.
I know who you're talking about. I follow her.
Yeah, she came up on my feed and I was like, I'm obsessed with her. So that's
awesome.
Also definitely the vibe for you.
Yeah, I know. I was like, hey,
we have the same For You page, I'm feeling.
You should be my manager. She sings too, I think. She's a singer. I think she makes her.
We got a couple weeks for the collective.
Like, yo, hey, what are you doing? You want to sing me out?
That'd be pretty sick.
Or if Richard Simmons isn't busy, hey, hit me up.
I think he's trying to be reclusive now.
I know.
He's minding his own business. I hope he's well.
I hope he's great.
Yeah.
One day I just want to meet the man.
He's a beautiful soul. He just wanted to help people.
Yeah. That's why I love him so much. He's just so kind, and all he wanted to do was just give and help, Oh, Richard.
Yeah, if Richard, if you want to just say hello. We won't publicize it.
Yeah, he answered it. Well, I don't know if it was actually him, but I once tweeted at him, and then whoever does this, they tweeted back at me. So I was just like, I'm gonna pretend it's really Richard.
It maybe may have got to him. Like, people are liking that you're on Twitter. There's this girl.
She's a wrestler and she loves you.
Okay. Okay. I want to talk about kind of going back to Santino brothers. You are the first female champion of Santino brothers, beating Cameron Gates, who I'm very familiar with. He does wrestle here. He's from the area. Awesome. So dastardly boy. You beat him in a blockbuster death match, which I watched last night. Perfect. It was so fun.
Thank you.
How does this feel to be the first woman champion?
Man, it's still like it's surreal. I don't know. Man, so they adopted me, Santino's. I originally trained in Texas with Funaki, and then when I moved here to be with my now husband Eli, I started training at Santino's, and they just welcomed me with open arms and allowed me to become one of their own, and to just. Sorry, it makes me like.
Oh, no, go ahead. It's a family. Wrestling is a family.
And then just for them to, I'm their first woman ever to be a champion. It means a lot to me.
Go ahead. It's okay.
No, it's just like
wrestling gives us all the feels, and I love this that they put their trust. They put their trust in you, and they believed in you. So,
and I think that they truly believed in me, especially on times when I didn't believe in myself. So, it's just been amazing, and I am just so proud to be able to be their champion in general, and then to go down like in my etching my own little legacy out in my wrestling career. It means a lot that I can put this down, like I was the first woman ever to be champion at Santino's, so I'm just sometimes it just that just boom. Man, sorry, I didn't get emotional there.
No, I love that. I just had an Oprah moment. We got this feels. I love it. But it's so good that that just shows you care about your craft and you care about them and they care about you. And we always say wrestling's a family. So like, I mean, we're just one big crazy family of fans and everybody who's involved in wrestling. So, but no, it's so cool that they trusted you even in that specific match, that blockbuster death match.
I was so excited about that. I went balls to the wall, getting like the weapons and just envisioning what I really wanted, how this to be, because they said this is what we want, and here you go, whatever you guys come up with or whatever y'all want to do. So I was like getting all the VHSs, getting custom made clamshell covers, and getting Rubik's cubes and all these like trolls and blockbuster labeled things, and making my own blockbuster cutouts, like spray paint a door. It's just
the door, yeah. The Pop Rocks, though, the Coke and Pop Rocks, you tried to unalive that man. You did it.
I'm glad that I knew that was going to be a little niche, not everybody would maybe get it, but those that get it, if you know, Mikey likes it. So
yeah, even commentary said that. Killed Mikey, yeah, so good.
Pop Rocks, we're just gonna, maybe that will end it there. Didn't work though.
You did try, but you know what? It did work in the end. I think it softened him.
True, touche. I like that. I love that.
Yeah. I love that you created your cases. I was literally going to ask, like, where did you get those cases for? Because I was like, where do you find the blockbuster? Like,
so Joey from Santino's, he made a bunch for like, he got me some empty DVD shells, so and he made some cool Cam versus Delilah Doom looking blockbuster ones, and then my friends over at oh my gosh, I can't, why am I always by Brainbuster, they and Fully Gimmick, they helped make me, because for my own VHS, my Delilah Doom, sweating with the Doomies, they made me a bunch of those so I could put in there too, so that there was, it was like my VHS all that I had to put through when I superplexed them.
It's perfect. Yes, it was perfect. Do you have one of like a copy of the video, like the VHS that says you guys' names?
I do in my car, yes.
Okay, I was like, keep that. That is such a cool thing to have. Like, when you're done, you can be like,
that was I have a whole box of them. I have like actually no, I have one. I have a little display case in our living room. It looks like my little 80s retro station. I have one there, and then I have a bunch in my car that I salvaged that I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with, but I have them because they're just so
sell
neat.
them. Just autograph them. You both can sell, like autograph them and then just sell them.
Maybe I should put the match on a DVD. Bam! Oh, that's a smart idea.
There we go.
Thank you. You just help me.
I'm here for any other marketing ideas, but I don't think you need the help because, like you said, I was also going to ask about this VHS because I saw it and I was like, this is the best piece of marketing wrestling merch is wrestling merch. A black t-shirt, a sticker, but a VHS? Love.
Thank you. I was excited to make that, especially when I found those guys and they're like, hey, we turn things into VHSs, so we've bonded together, and now they are my go-to guys for merch right now. But my husband Eli helped me film. We did like aerobics and the like ring aerobics to mix in with some of my favorite matches, and then putting it on a VHS is so cool. So part 2 will be in the works soon. I think I might do an actual full-length aerobics video, for those that
Jane Fonda style.
Yeah.
Wow.
So we can
okay.
So maybe with a couple wrestling things thrown in, but I think this one might be, true actual aerobics workout for people.
I mean, you could do it like Triple H and Stephanie McMahon when they put out their workout tapes. You and Eli could do. He could do one. You could do one. I told you. Call me. Yeah, hit me up.
All right. All right. We're going to go in on this here. You are.
I got this. And I was going to say, like, your promo videos are so good, and I know you have like an improv theater background. That obviously helps for these videos, but they're made well. They have
that's all my husband like.
What a perfect team. So he does all that and you just show up.
So he helps like I'll have an idea, but he'll have a way to like make it, just meh. And he he edits and he does the filming, he does all the graphics, he's so good at all that stuff. So he really helps me put out. So I can't take all the they wouldn't be as amazing without him. He definitely, he's so good at what he does. So the two of us together, he brings my ideas to life, or vice versa, depending on, what we're doing. So it really is a good team. And I thank him for his promos, especially for like the new promo that just dropped for California Love. Like, I love it. It's one of my favorite promos ever.
I just watched that. Yes.
So good. Oh,
I also was on your Instagram, and a few months ago you did like a Rocky, like with the eggs and everything.
Yes. That one was fun.
And
I've always wanted to do a montage.
Who doesn't love a montage? You know what? I got another idea for you.
Oh boy.
A makeover montage. In the mall,
I love that. Do they still do that?
I don't know when. Well, I mean, everyone did it in the 80s.
Someone does it.
You could, yeah. You need to find an outfit. We'll figure out a way to make a montage, or like a trying on clothes montage.
Yes.
Yeah. A shopping montage.
I love that. I love that. I actually, I have an old promo from 2015, 16. But I was wrestling Solo Darling, who I love so much. She's awesome. But it was sort of I was at the mall, shopping, and then it turned into I don't know. It was just a silly little thing that I did.
I love it.
That was a long time ago, so I definitely think taking those. You're smart. I'm a.
Listen, hit me up on Twitter. It's cool. All your branding needs. Speaking, so you and your husband are essentially like a power couple, I would say. Like you're saying, you guys help each other. You guys team together. I was just wondering, like, is there another, like, there's so many wrestling couples. Who would you like to face?
Oh, Laney Luck and GPA.
Okay. No hesitation. I loved it.
No, I wanted to tag with them for a long time. So
I like it.
Them.
Somebody make that happen.
Please. It'd be so good. Yeah. No question. Just I know.
Yeah, I was waiting for a pause. I love that. You on the topic of opponents, you've wrestled the best of the best women and men. Shotzi, Thunder Rosa, Leva Bates, the list goes on and on. Deanna, we love Chelsea Green. Like you've wrestled, and men, we've wrestled all these people. Is there anyone else that's left that you dream about?
I want a singles match with Lufisto.
Ooh.
So I've wrestled her in a tag match back for Shimmer, but I've never had a one-on-one. And that's like one of my top goals or dreams, before I retire and whenever that might be, like top of the list. Lufisto.
Yes. Love that. Yes.
So
we're manifesting all of this. Please. Got 2 matches we're gonna do.
That's just off the top of my head. I'm sure if I could sit down for a moment, I would have a gazillion because there are so many wonderful women, especially there's so many, when I started training in Texas, the women wrestlers, there was, just a few of us. There weren't a lot. But now that I moved to Cali over those last couple of years, Texas is booming with women's wrestlers, and it's amazing. It's just awesome to see, just I don't know. Like I said, I'm bad at words. The explosion.
No, it really is an explosion. And it's such a big state that it's crazy. Like they could have everything,
Yeah.
But yes,
Texas is huge.
It's a great time to be not just a wrestling fan, a women's wrestling fan.
Yeah.
Everybody's killing it. But also you do intergender matches. You faced SGC, Funny Boat, like you beat Cameron Gates. Like you be like these huge names, and like does it I'm trying to say. Like is that something you enjoy, or is it just kind of like another day in the office kind of thing?
I mean,
because I know there's haters to intergender. I'm not. I love that because it's just wrestling. Wrestling's wrestling.
Wrestling's wrestling. That's how I view it. I personally, I love wrestling men. I don't know. I feel like not that I don't know how to how to say my thoughts without it coming off weird. I don't know. Because I love wrestling anybody, but when I wrestle like men or people, that I just feel like I can lay it in more. I feel like I get like almost pushed a little bit too out of my comfort zone, or like just things like I would never have tried. Does that make sense? I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's like it brings out a different like intensity, a different side.
That's a great way to put it. Yes. Yes.
I got you.
Like I just wrestled Lucas Riley at the last fight night, and he's so good, and he's so fast, and it really, it pushed me to be just as fast as him. It definitely it ups what I have to do in the ring, and I really enjoy a good challenge. So if it's big person, little person, I do like being challenged. I like to be pushed, and just maybe doing things I never thought I could do, and believing in myself a little bit more. It's always a nice feeling to come out feeling like that. Yeah.
I get it. Yeah, it's all wrestling. Words are hard sometimes.
It's terrible at conveying my what's up here out here, so bear with me.
Well, that's interesting you say that. You have an improv background, so
I know. I know, but I feel I miss improv too. I used to love doing improv. I studied improv in college, and then when I first started training in Texas, I joined the New Movement Improv group, which I think is always just a great skill for anyone, especially in wrestling, to give a go, because it definitely, you have to let go of your inhibitions and just no thinking, just doing. And it definitely, I think for myself, has helped a lot when it comes to being in, like, selling in the ring or selling different moments, or having to hop on a mic, which I don't do very often, but Santino's has given me the mic, and it's definitely that's something that's scary for me, and stepping out of my comfort zone. So I appreciate that I'm being allowed to step out of my comfort zone and speak on a mic in front of a live audience. Something definitely not what nothing that I'm used to when it comes to the wrestling world. So it's just been amazing. There's
Yeah, I was like, improv such a cool thing. Like I love comedy and things like that. Are there any like comedians or like improv people that you like pull from or really like? Like, do you...
I used to really love Whose Line Is It Anyways? So
yes,
I grew up watching that, and I know they came back and they have new seasons. So every once in a while I'll put that on, and I don't know their names, but Colin and Ryan and
the whole crew,
yeah. So being growing up middle school and high school and watching that a lot, I think has kind of helped develop my love for improv and trying to be funny. I'm not very funny. I try, but some people just have that that comedic timing that not everybody has.
It's a muscle.
It really is.
Yeah, I was say like I'm like Who's Line Is Away is iconic. I think we're about the same age, so we all grew up with that, and like, but also like I'm a big fan of like Ben Schwartz, Jean-Ralphio from Parks and Rec. He's an
Oh,
improv. Yeah,
there's some good.
check out
Those
a
are
special on Netflix.
okay.
He has an improv partner. It's Middleditch and Schwartz. They did an
Okay.
improv show. I think you'll like that if you're
Oh,
into
I love
improv and
that.
all that. Yeah.
Oh, thank
So
you so much for that. I have something else I'm gonna watch later. Thank
I
you.
like
Always looking
yeah.
for fun.
It's
Um.
SNL comedian like comedy. I got like
Okay, sick. That's awesome.
that's yeah, it's another thing I have in my brain.
Right up my. Thank you. Thank you. Thank
Yes.
you.
Oh my goodness, somebody wants to make an appearance.
Hi. That's all right.
That's
Mr.
Danny.
Feeney has
Let's see.
cats. They
Oh
want
yeah.
in.
Every time she sees the red light, she's on. Um, she has she has opinions and questions. Um, so
Very.
speaking of your like theater improv background, you were on AP Bio. Is there more television? Any movies lined up, or you want to do? Is that something you want to do more?
Yeah. So I did AP Bio, which is awesome. I've done Magic with Humans as well. I'm on season 2. That was
Hmm.
great. When I first moved to Texas, I was an extra in a show called Revolution, I think it was
Okay,
called. I think. Oh god, that was so long ago.
sounds
I
right.
don't know. I was just there, you know. Was just
Like
there.
watch.
Yeah. But I do
Pause it.
enjoy like hey. I love acting. I really do. When I was growing up as a kid, I did acting and theater. Um, and that's one of the reasons why I love wrestling so much because it combines, that with athleticism, kind of into one. So I really found that was where I kind of fell in was wrestling because I got to kind of, I did sports growing up and I also did theater. So the combination of both just made sense for me. But I would love to do more acting stuff. I know I'm in LA. I should be like, oh, I know how to do all that and get involved, but I kind of don't. I just have ended up with
No.
these opportunities, like AP Bio. So, but definitely if the opportunity was there, I would hop right in.
What's like a is there a show or movie like franchise that you would love to be a part of?
I would have
Like
been
it
loved to have been in Glow.
Oh my
That's
well,
all I
yeah.
wanted.
Justice for Glow. We're all still hurting over Glow.
I was like, this is where I
It
belong.
would have
So
disappointing. A reboot
Glow.
of a reboot we need to do.
Hey, if it could happen, that'd be great. Please call me.
Yeah.
Yes. I've never seen the show, but I heard a lot about Physical on Apple TV.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
I guess I haven't seen it. I've seen pictures and people talk about it, but I guess it's a girl. She does aerobics, an aerobic instructor, and it's like, I guess it's more like a drama, but the look, like the photos I've seen and stuff like that, I feel like I would definitely fit in there. But I
Okay.
don't know. I love horror, so horror is like my favorite.
Ooh.
So if
Okay.
anyone, I don't know, like Scream is my favorite franchise.
Have you seen the new one yet?
I have, yes, yes. I need
Is
to
that
watch
like
this time.
okay? I
I
was
need to
gonna
watch
ask
one
like if how you felt about it. I mean, I'm not so spooky. I'm like a Halloween girl, and that's about as far as I can go.
Okay.
But yeah, I was gonna ask your opinion on Scream, but we'll give you a second viewing and
Yeah,
then.
I wanna watch it much. I did like it. I didn't hate it. I
Mhm.
liked it. I just, I don't know. I just love the originals, and I felt I don't know. Like I said, let me watch it again. Get back to me. I did like it. I did like it.
Okay,
I just need one more
you didn't hate it.
rewatch.
There you go.
I did not hate it at all. I was very excited for it. I just need to see it one more time, and then I can form better thoughts and opinions on it.
That's fair. That's fair because
Yeah.
sometimes your first instinct you got to digest it, and then you're
Yeah.
like, wait a minute, I did like that. You just get things you didn't see. Yeah, that makes sense.
Exactly.
Yeah. Mhm.
So I will get back to you after I
Okay.
see it one more time, and then we can chat about
Perfect.
it.
Yeah. We'll put it in the description. She actually thought this of Halloween. We'll tweet
Here
it.
we
We'll
go.
do something nuts. Okay. 80s TV show you would love to be in. Like if you could go back in time.
Dang. It's gonna be. See, that's the problem. They're mostly cartoons.
That's fun. You would be
I
such
want
a
to be
cute
in them, and I
cartoon.
want to be in Transformers. I love
Absolutely.
Transformers, like, so
Yeah.
much.
I can see. Yeah, you would be such a cute cartoon.
You know, I just
That'd be-
feel like that's where I belong. I'm a
Yeah.
cartoon character.
Are you a Golden Girls kind of girl?
I'm not gonna lie. Like, I've seen episodes, but I never really fell into that. I
Okay,
don't know. I don't know what the
that's
word is,
fair.
but I mean, they're cute. I love those ladies. I love their, like, the meme, and they always laughing. But I have not seen enough to, you know,
Mhm.
my
Okay, an 80s style buddy cop movie. You and who?
oh gosh,
Lethal Weapon,
goodness,
so
that's
like
funny.
Miami Vice, like
Um,
some
okay,
Turner and
pick.
Hooch, all of the
Oh,
classics.
do I need to pick a real, like?
Any any wrestler. We'll go specific.
Any
Wrestler.
wrestler who would
Hmm.
fit as my? I would probably be a good cop, so I need a bad cop. I need the person to
Yeah,
be the
you're
bad
like
cop.
the one that's like aggressive because you're the cool, like,
Yeah.
yeah.
You know, I think Heather Monroe and I would be a hilarious duo.
Yeah, I like it. I
I
like it.
think that would be
The
TV, right?
outfits?
Right? The outfits, her just like she could
Exactly.
handle anybody. I'd be nice, and she would be like, just to balance it all out. But we'd both be glamorous, you know?
100%. That's what I like. The
Yes. Yes.
furs,
After I beat her, of course. After I beat her at California Love.
you retain your title, of course. Yes, yes, yes.
Yes. We
That's the origin story for the television
There
show.
we go. We're writing it. We're gonna write it. We're gonna write this.
Yes. It's the best show. Well, speaking of writing, I heard you were writing a short story, a short film about your origin story. Is that still happening? Is that on the way back burner?
That was just this stupid idea that I thought was awesome, that I was gonna make happen, and then I think I just realized that it's just not. So
Writing time.
in my head, I was like, okay, it's like there's multiple Delilah Dooms, okay? And I get another Delilah Doom comes and visits me and tells me the only way to save Richard Simmons is to, beat all these people in this, like, book, and I have to have all these matches to, like, advance so I can save Richard Simmons for whatever. That's the thing I couldn't find. I
Well, I
haven't thought
mean, we don't. Well, I mean, there was that time period where people were worried about Richard,
of
and he's
yes.
been holed up in his house. So I think it works in pretty well. I think there are plenty of wrestling writers,
I know.
Ryan Nemeth, John Hennigan. There's a lot of wrestling writers, and you're in LA.
I
I
think I
think
just need to, like,
collectively,
process, like, because it's a mix of, like, Mortal Kombat mixed with, I don't even know what else, but I was really into Mortal Kombat when I was, like, thinking about this, like, different dimensions and come
yes,
but
perfect.
so,
Yes,
maybe one day I can actually bring it to fruition and make it happen. I just have to
I think so.
make it make sense, because it made sense to me when I first thought of it, but then as I spoke it out loud and, like, told Eli, my husband, I was just like, wait, what?
I don't know what it says about me that I was like, I feel like I understood where this was going. I feel like I could see
Like,
it.
I go to visit Richard Simmons, like, I wanna go see his house, on the Hollywood tour, and there's, like, an old lady Delilah Doom on the outside, like, "Delilah, I've been waiting for you." And I'm like, "Who are you?" "I'm you. You have to save Richard."
I like it. I think someday it's gonna happen.
I would love that.
Somehow.
Hopefully.
Even if it's a TikTok, I I
Smart.
think yeah, I think it'll
Maybe.
happen.
Hey, I appreciate you. Thank you.
I mean, okay, that's kind of how I do ideas. I just throw things. If you see my notes for this, it's just words.
Oh, I
So
love
you
that.
kind of just, you just see like all your dots and you're like, it makes sense. It makes sense to you, and I understand. You find
I
somebody who
appreciate
understands you, your brain. So, there's somebody out there in Hollywood. I
Oh,
believe it.
I appreciate that.
Before I let you go, I'm gonna play a fun little game that our CEO TK loves to play.
Okay.
Some rapid hot tag questions.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. Just the first thing that comes to your head. These are
Okay.
simple, easy. What is your
You say
favorite
that, but
place to vacation?
I'm like thoughts terrible at this.
Easy.
Let's do it. All right, y'all. If I
Where do
fail,
you,
I'm sorry.
okay, first one. Where's your favorite place to vacation?
Vacation? What's vacation?
Honestly.
Oh my gosh.
Okay,
I
we'll
don't
just
know
put dream
that.
vacation.
Portland, Maine. Portland, Maine.
Okay. Okay.
When I was a kid. Okay.
Okay. You've done so many. Might be hard because what is your favorite hair color that you've had?
Ooh, my like rainbow, purple, green. It almost looked like Oscar colors, you know? I had like
Ooh,
it was like a trifecta. Oh, I
I
miss my
love
dyed
that.
hair. I miss it. I don't miss the upkeep though. I think that's why I'm glad that I've just stayed back to my natural. The upkeep was
Mhm.
woof, but I miss it.
Yeah. Good for Oscar keeping that up.
Yeah. Ah, all right.
Yeah. Okay. Do you have a hidden talent?
I can wiggle my ears. Is that a talent?
That's a talent.
Or
Yeah.
talent? I mean, I play music. Is that a talent?
Yes.
What's a talent
That is
versus
a
a
huge
skill? I always have this conversation with myself. A talent. What am I good
I
at just
mean, you're a
naturally?
talented wrestler. You're you're
Yeah, I'm terrible at
talented
this
and
stuff.
well
I don't
versed in
know.
pop culture.
Talent. I mean, I
No,
play like 5
music.
instruments.
Oh my
So,
gosh, that is a talent. Stop.
okay, I play 5 instruments, and I
What
sing.
instrument?
I play guitar, bass, ukulele, piano, flute, a little bit of drums, so I don't really count that, and then I sing. Not that I do any of those very well, but
You're
I
a
can do
one-woman band. You're a one-woman band.
I could be, yes. It
We could
wouldn't be
put
a very
you and
big band.
Lizzo in a what about you and Lizzo playing flutes?
Oh, that'd be awesome. Although, really good. I haven't played flute in a long time.
So
I
good.
did band in middle school and high school, and I still have my flute. I think I picked it up not that long ago just to, like, see if I still can remember a few things. A good
I
old
like
flautist.
it. Okay. I feel like I might know the answer, but I don't know. Would you rather travel to the past or the future?
Ooh. The past. Past.
Mhm.
Let the future come to me at a time. Past.
Okay,
Yes.
follow up, not on this question, but I just was thinking about it. If you had to be not 80s related, what other decade do you vibe with?
Probably the 90s, which is very similar to the 80s, so I don't know if
Yeah.
that counts as an answer.
Yeah,
Um,
80s idea.
the 50s, when I was in, like, my early 20s, I was really into, 1950s fashion and, like, swing dancing and stuff, so maybe 1950s,
Okay.
just 'cause I like the look.
Did you do like a pinup thing? Is that the vibe
Yeah,
you did?
like, the cool hair and the pretty
Mhm.
dresses, and then, like, swing dancing is so fascinating to me. I've always wanted to learn how to swing dance. It's just, like, so cool, and it's, like, almost like
Kinda like
wrestling.
wrestling. Yeah.
Yeah. So I've always wanted to learn. So that's on, like, my, like, things I want to do before I die.
I
Learn how to swing dance.
You can't do it too old, you might hurt yourself though, not in your 80s though.
Oh, it's
Okay.
back out.
Oh, okay, this is a good question. What song or songs do you currently have on repeat?
Ooh. Um, right now, Good and Red by The Midnight, which is one of my favorite bands right now. On repeat. Dang, what am I listening to? I've been listening to, like, this, roller skating playlist from, like, the 80s and 90s,
Well, that's
with,
fun.
what's that song? It's by Corona. See, I get put on the spot and then I lose all my I
Well,
lose
it's
everything
also,
else.
like, on your phone playing music, you're just, like, playing it and you're like, "I don't know the names of things."
But, like, right now I'm on a Midnight kick, which is one of my
Okay.
favorite bands at the moment. They're very synthy, very 80s very 80s feel, but Good and Red is like one of my favorite songs at the moment. I love it. If you haven't heard it, go check it out.
Check it out. So, well, the next question is favorite artist.
Okay, I would say okay. The Midnight or Iron Chic, which is like a pop punk band.
Okay. We love a good pop punk moment.
Yeah. I love Iron Chic so much.
Who was your childhood celebrity crush?
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah.
I literally, oh God, this is embarrassing. After I saw Titanic 6 times in the theaters when I was younger.
Wow. I love that.
I took a picture out of one of those like Teen Beat magazines, from the day.
Oh, I know.
It was Leonardo DiCaprio, and I had my dad laminate it for me, and then I literally took it everywhere I went.
I love that. My room was entirely Leonardo DiCaprio. Before it was wrestling, it was Leonardo DiCaprio and back.
All right, cool.
So
we're on the same level, right?
Yeah,
I feel like
this feels like a Step Brothers moment where we just became best friends.
We just became best friends. Like, my photo of Leonardo DiCaprio came and saw Titanic with me. Okay, I put it in the seat next to me and watched Titanic.
Yeah, look, that's you. I just watched that with a coworker who's about 19. She'd never seen it, so to watch it from her point of view was trippy.
I can only imagine. That's very interesting. I love that.
She'd never seen it, and I was like, "This is history."
So cool.
But my room was all Titanic. I had like pre-ordered the VHS, the whole thing.
Yes. Yes. I'm talking about Leo everywhere. Sorry.
Yes. Well, 90s Leo.
Yes.
What is your favorite Halloween costume?
Ooh. One year I made my own costume of Crumb from Our Real Monsters.
Okay, I saw that on your Instagram, and I totally forgot to ask about that because that is so good.
Yes. So I lived in Salem for after I got out of high school. I moved to Salem, so it was just Halloween was huge, and I worked at this cool cafe bar, which is still around. If you're in Salem, go to Gulu Gulu Cafe. Nice little, and so we would get to dress up all like the week of Halloween every year. But one year I got one of those inflatable costumes that you can get, and it was just plain and tan, and I turned it into Crumb, with the eyeballs. I put, the armpit hair and like the hair over here. I made the lips. I even put Velcro in the mouth so I could put the eyeballs, in the mouth and have my hands free. So I think that would definitely be my top costume that
I'm obsessed with that because that is so good. Love All Real Monsters.
Oh, so good. Oh, I wish I could do that costume. I'm very proud of it.
You should. That's amazing.
Oh, yes. So good.
Next question. What's your favorite show to binge watch?
Ooh, to binge watch. How I Met Your Mother.
Okay.
It's like my go-to. Put something on. I've seen it like 8 times through. So that or South Park. I love South Park.
Okay. That's the 90s kid. That's the 90s kid.
Yeah, it's just one of those shows like once again I can just put it on and just have it there and just like do whatever I'm doing.
That has wrestling there too. There's been wrestling on South Park.
Yes.
It's all everything. Last question. Last question. If you had a superpower, what would it be?
Dang, if I had a superpower. I don't know if that's really a superpower, but okay. I think I would like to time travel. I think I used to love the show Heroes, and so seeing like different types of superpowers and how they, exist in the real world. Time traveling is cool, or I would like to read people's minds, but at the same time, I'm like, do I really want that? But that is kind of cool. It's like one of those, like, ooh.
Yeah, if you could turn it off, yes. But I was literally just thinking about that. I was like, it just comes to you randomly.
Yeah,
It seems too much, overwhelming.
I don't know if this is a real superpower, but I also would wish I could, if I heard another language or like I saw it written, I would automatically be able to speak it, or like I would just understand it. I don't know if that would be considered a superpower or not, but I think that'd be really awesome.
Be. That's a superpower. That's a power, yeah.
Right? Isn't that like that'd be so neat? Like I'm hearing someone speak, I don't know, like Russian, and all of a sudden I can understand it and I can communicate back with them.
No, that's a power. That's a superpower, yeah.
So weird. I don't know. It's so random. I just love languages. And I wish I could speak them. I really do.
Learning languages is a lot. I can barely speak English.
Yeah, me too. My words and things.
We established words are hard. But I want to thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us today. And everyone, go check out Santino Brothers California Love Show, March 30th, 11 a.m. at the Collective at the UCC. If you cannot be there, it's going to be on Fight TV. See this beautiful angel, queen of the aerobic style, defend her title in a triple threat.
Triple threat.
Look at that beautiful title back there.
No, thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate you. Thank you.
Of course, this was fun. And before we head out, where can people find you on your social medias and all of that?
I'm mostly on Instagram and Twitter. So my handle for Instagram is going to be Delilah_Doom, but the O's are actually zeros. And then same thing for Twitter, Delilah_Doom, but with actual O's. So give me a follow, give me an ad. I'm terrible at social media, but I do my best.
It's another job in itself.
It's so hard. I don't know how y'all do it. It's so hard.
Well, thank you so much for hanging out with us today. And everyone watching, you're watching Women's Wrestling Talk, the #1 women's wrestling show on the planet. And we'll see you next time.
Women's Wrestling Talk, the #1 women's wrestling show on the planet. Women's Wrestling Talk, the #1 women's wrestling show on the planet.